Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxshire, on the show this morning is Robert and AK. Morning, chaps.
Morning, Ox. Morning, AK. Good to bomb yourselves.
Morning, Ox. Morning, Rob, and everybody that's listening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
So I believe you've got the Rangers team, and I believe AK's got his favourite team as well. Robert, first.
The Rangers starting 11 for today is Butland, Sterling, Fernandez, Suter, Magoma, Barron, Raskin, Asgard, Moore, Gassama, and Chermiti. On the bench, Kelly, Enciala, Aarons, Tavernier, Curtis, Dowell, Diomande, Miovski, and Danilo.
AK, going to do a bit quicker. The game starts at 12:30.
No bother. Do you want nonsense?
Nonsense.
Right. Schmeichel, Ralston, Trusty, Tierney, Yang, McGregor, Engels, McGowan, Negrin, Maeda, Kenny.
Thank you. Right, okay, so one major talking point, I suppose, is Tavno starting. AK.
A wee bit surprised, to be honest with you. On current form, no, but he's a captain. He's the most experienced player in our team. I would have had him in just for the day, but on form,
you played him?
Probably wide right here, back three, back five.
But what happens if the manager thinks that's not the shape for the day?
Well, obviously he doesn't think that. So listen, I trust Danny Rowe's judgment on this. So who am I to question our manager? So,
yeah. But that'll be a big talking point. AK, agree?
Definitely, yeah.
Aye. Your thoughts, Robert?
Similar to AK, mate. I'm a wee bit surprised, if I'm being honest. I would have went with the back five. Had them as a right full back, wing back, with Sterling, Fernandez, and Suter as a free, Magoma on the left side. But again, trust the manager. He's got most of his options for starting correct so far. And it's about the players now. But it's a strong bench as well when you look at it, who we can bring on.
Well, we'll get people who can come on and cover. Yeah, we've got obviously there's three defenders there. You've got Diomande. I believe he started every game against them since he came to the club. But his form, like Tav, mate, maybe just to justify a start, Robert, if we're honest.
Aye, it probably is, Ox, and you're right, mate. He has played every game against them since he's been here. On form, it's the right choice. Asgard, although there's a lot of debate about him, the jury's still out on him, of course. He's kind of came to the floor in the past 3 games with 3 goal involvements, 2 goals and an assist. So he's contributed more recently than Diomande has. So on form, then it's probably the right choice to make, as long as he can bring some quality to the game as well in that kind of attack in the final third.
I mean, Diamande's no kicked on, if we're honest, AK, and his form this season has been he's been poor. And I mean, it's not as if we're saying it's the second week in September. We're getting into it's January now, mate. You know what I mean?
No, you're right, pal. He's been very disappointing this year, Diamande. I thought he played okay there during the week.
He was okay.
The
He
weekend.
wasn't outstanding, was he?
No, but he certainly wasn't. This is a game you can't afford passengers, and maybe Danny Rose just decided, no, for the benefit of the team, I need to go this route. You know, I'm a wee bit surprised to see Asgard in there. I know he scored in his last couple of outings, but he's maybe specifically brought in to do a job on Callum McGregor. I think you touched on it last night. that was Russell Martin's idea, and that doesn't particularly goes down as a good idea when he's thinking that. But if he does a job for the team, then that's all very well, depending on the outcome, of course.
Aye, look, it's only hindsight. It lets you know if you've got these things right, Robert.
Aye, it is, mate. It's what the manager's paid to do. He's obviously got to pick his best team that he thinks can go and give a performance and get a result. That includes obviously utilising the bench where necessary, but the team that starts today got to start on the front foot, and let's be honest, he's went attacking with it. As I said, I'd have went in the back five, but he's thought, go with the back four, get more bodies forward, because they can be very vulnerable at the back. So it's up to these players now to go and make that statement.
Well, it's a big game, AK, and make the statements. It's 3 points. Traditionally, a draw away for him against them, beat them at Ibrox, successful season, mate. But this game, we'd like a victory. We'd always like a victory, AK, but really, if we get a win, where we've been, how we have been, and where we'll be, it'll be remarkable.
Oh, 100%, mate. A matter of a couple of months ago, I didn't think any Rangers supporter would be in this situation, you know. But credit to Danny Rowe for breathing a bit of life into the squad and a bit of belief into the players. They didn't look likely to go in this sort of run, and even their reaction to the disappointing defeat at Tynecastle, they've reacted well. But this is another opportunity. We need to start, you know, imposing ourselves on these matches. The opportunities can come, but don't let them go the way they did at Tynecastle. I thought it was missed opportunity for us. If we get that first goal, if Raskin's header goes in, all of a sudden it could have been, would have been, should have been. But now we're talking about make it happen. Don't let it bypass you. Grab the game with a scruff of the neck, and these boys could turn into men today in a lot of people's eyes and our support.
Well, these are the games that make you. You're right, mate. Look, we're no more records, no outstanding there. We won the last time we played there, and let's go and get a result today, Robert, and let's make it heading towards 2 years since they beat us fairly in 90 minutes, mate.
No, 100%, mate. That's the aim every time you travel there. As you say, the record at times hasn't been great, but at this moment in time, they're in a transition period, they're in a bad run of form. We need to hurt them when it counts, and we need to again go and make a statement, get right back into the thick of this, because as AK said a few months ago, you'd have never even thought you would be having this conversation, but a win the day to get level on points with them would be absolutely massive, and then it just breeds confidence into that team even more and puts doubters into them as well.
Form, we're the form team. Who would have thought that a few weeks ago? We'd even October, which seems like yesterday, mate. We'd have been saying we're the form team. Yeah,
incredible, isn't it? How quickly events can turn. You know, seeing their manager's meltdown yesterday brought a smirk to a few blue noses' faces. I thought Danny Rowe acquitted himself very well. I thought David Tavernier spoke very well. So before the game started, for me, we go 1-0 up on the pressers, but it's not about the managers, it's about the players on the part and how they, you know, impose themselves on the match. But you're right. But is it Celtic, their last 7 games, 5 defeats, they're vulnerable. And the other teams have all proved that in Scotland. Motherwell were excellent against them. Dun United's beat them, St Mirren's beat them, Hearts have showed the way. We go into Celtic Park and beating them right away, you know. So it's there for us, mate. The last 5 games, I'll give you a forum at a wee look there. Last 5 games, Rangers sit.
is that on your favourites, mate?
12 points out of 15 we've had the last 5. Hearts have dropped 5 points, and Celtic have dropped 9 points in their last 5 games. So bring it on. Let's go here.
12 points out of 6 games, mate. Hopefully today, yeah.
Yeah,
and also you've got to also put that in context. They played against Aberdeen with 10 men who just come back for Europe on the Thursday night, mate. It was surprising that fixture was just after they played in Europe. Random. What do you think, Robert? Anyway, we digress. Look, it's there for the taking. It's there for the taking, Robert, isn't it? It's there for the taking. Where do you think the game will be won and lost, and who has to stand up for the Rangers?
Well, I think it's going to be both boxes, to be honest, Ox. I know that's quite the easy answer to say. If we can be solid at the back and clinical in the forward line, then you're in for a good game and you got a good opportunity to go and win the game. I think the way they play nowadays, they like to use their left-hand side. I think the addition to Sterling is right back today. I think we'll try and nullify that, and I think we'll try and impose ourselves mainly down the left with Magoma and Moore. I think Moore's probably the answer to kind of getting forward quicker. Gassama's there with the pace as well, but I think Moore's just got that edge and quality that he could be the main kind of key player for us today. But the final third, of course, and again, just being solid at the back.
Yeah, well, you keep a clean sheet, you kind of lose the game, Robert, yeah? That's a positive. So, as I say, traditionally you take a draw, you keep a clean sheet. We know how their defence has been lately. AK, you become strong favourites, yeah?
Oh, definitely. Just posting there that Celtic have actually lost 15 goals for Nancy come in there. They've not kept a clean sheet in all their games. Our defensive record has improved significantly. I think Suter and Fernandez is beginning to show a wee bit of stability in there. Fernandez is, don't get me wrong, see when he's got the ball at the feet, he's still got a lot to learn. But I think his aerial threat, his presence in both boxes has been a positive. And obviously Big Sterling coming back, I think offers us physicality. But no, listen, we keep the back door shut. It gives us every opportunity to go in and win the match. And hopefully Chermiti or whoever it is, Asgard scored these last two. Moore, we've got a threat with. You know, we're starting to get threats for set pieces with Fernandez as well. Hopefully we could get that winning goal and maybe even double a bridge, man. That would be nice.
Yes. Give us a team, Robert, and then we'll get the phone lines open. Yes?
Absolutely, mate. Team for today is Butland, Sterling, Suter, Fernandez, Magoma, Barron, Raskin, Asgard, Moore, Gassama, Chermiti. The bench, Kelly, Enciala, Aarons, Tavernier, Curtis, Dowell, Diamondi, Miovski and Danilo.
While you are sitting listening on your own, why not take part and give us a phone? We would love to hear your points of view, so get off your bum and call 0141 356 1972.
Fox. Don't know if I'll ever get used to that. It makes me chuckle. Come on, give your thoughts. Give your thoughts on the team. Are you surprised? I mean, maybe surprised. Even last night when I thought about it, I thought maybe we go for a sort of 3-5-2. That's what I had in my head because he's done that, AK, and it looks like a 4-3-3 if we're honest, yeah. Unless he's bringing Moore and Gassama back to help out a possession, yeah, which he should be doing in this game, mate. Yeah.
Aye. They should be working for the team. They should be well drilled by now in their roles within the team, with the ball and without the ball. But the good thing about Danny always says he doesn't like to be, well read, so to speak. He can go with a back four, he can go with a back three, he can go with a back five. So if we're second guessing what's the opposition going to be doing, consistency and selection and that is all very well and fine. But if you've got adaptability within the squad, within the team, then that's even more, because it's difficult for your opponents then to read how you're going to set up.
Aye. Listen, I'm a great believer at certain games. If you do the same thing all the time, if you're playing against a low block, they know what you're going to do, so they'll set up accordingly. You're playing against a team that's equally, you do the same thing all the time, they know how they're going to play. You spin your plates, Robert, and you can change formations or change players during the game or change Yeah, if things aren't working well, if you don't do that, I don't see what the point of having a manager at the side of the park is.
No, you're right, because you become too predictable. And that's obvious for supporters to see, never mind professional coaches and professional players to try and judge. But as you say, you can change it in-game. Danny Rowell's shown that he has the ability to change it in-game as well when things are going well for us, just to shoot it up, or when things aren't going well, just to change wee slight tweaks in formation or the press, or whatever. The personnel we've got today as well, I think, mate, gives us options as well. As I said, from the bench, you can shoot it up as well, or you can become more attacking as well. So it's a skill that he's got to be versatile before a match, and obviously in-game when it really matters.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying that I don't know how it's going to go for Danny Rowe. Only time will tell. This is a big game, and obviously, I think if he got that today, the mood would change a lot. Maybe till Tuesday. We'll see how it goes at Ibrox on Tuesday. But look, the mood will change a lot, AK, and the support will start buying into me, Danny, if you start getting this run of results and consistency. And he conducts himself well, as you said, 1-0 to Danny, yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's the way Walter used to do it. Get one in the board before we even kicked off. You know, so he's got that within himself. A wee bit surprised, but pleasantly surprised when he's questioning the strength of the match officials. He recognises that the last game that there was a couple of big calls that went against us, which definitely influenced the match. So he's putting it out there right away, and he was quite cute when he does that. And when you see that Celtic have went 83 domestic matches without a red card, you know, and we've only had one penalty at the Parkhead in the last 25 years, 15 years ago. He's putting it out there. He's putting a question mark over the officials. Stephen McLean was our referee for the Hearts game at Ibrox when we had 3 shocking decisions, you know, which allowed Hearts to walk away with the 3 points. And of course, we've got our old pal Kevin Clancy on VAR as well, who will be desperate to influence the match too. So all these things are contributing factors, and it was clever the way he done it, Ox. Quite like that. Well done.
He's also right, mate. He's also right, you know. And if you think back to the stupid handball that they had to come up with a conspiracy, and I think that was Column's last game. But what did they do? Instead of saying how incompetent he was, yeah, they promoted him. You know, and how many goals have we chopped off here? I think in a Morelos goal, it was chopped off a couple of seasons ago. There was, they seen anything in it.
I know.
You know?
First goal's vital in this game, Ox.
Aye, the stats tell you that, mate. It seems a bit mental, a game that we think that teams will score goals, but historically in these games, the team that score the most goals, a high percentage of the time come out winners, Robert.
Aye, it's evident to see, Ox, but I think as Zeki says, the first goal is crucial. Then, if we get it, then the noise that will come from our support, who I've got to say, been in there since 10:30 this morning, 2 hours prior to kick-off. It's a ridiculous decision, but well played to them, and fair play to the team for going and acknowledging them prior to doing their warm-ups and that this morning. But the noise that will come from us will galvanise your players. But the noise from them, the boos, the jeers, that will build pressure on them. So you've got to use the crowd to your advantage as well, whilst they're in this hostile environment they're in, because we've been there. We know what it's like, and we know how it can influence players.
All right, we'll be joined by our Cal. Morning, Cal, and a Happy New Year to you, bro.
Happy New Year to you, all the boys there. I watched your show yesterday. Very poignant. Very, very poignant. Great show.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. What are you thinking today, mate?
I don't know, but then again, that's what we get Danny Rowell for. He does all that thinking for us. Obviously, you know, see, I've always said, Ox, why call somebody a manager if they can't manage? But it takes you years to get your own players. You should be able to manage what you've got in front of you, and I think he's done pretty well at that.
If I'd have said to you in October that if we had a chance to win the day and go above them in the league, potentially, if the result goes the right way, Cal, you'd have thought I was mental, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't have woke up. I think I would have been deep. Like, I think I would have laughed myself off the couch and broke my hip or something, you know.
Aye, you would have thought we were mental. But so, what you feeling, Cal? What you feeling? Come on.
Oh, do you want the truth?
Aye.
I really don't know. What I'm hoping is always the same. I really don't know. Ox, I don't. This can go anyway, you know. This can go anyway. But you know what it's like? No, my biggest fear. We've got players who've never played in that toxic dome thing over there in the East End. And you get maybe rabbits, you know, the usual, in the headlights. We've got too many, a lot of new players. That always worries me. We've seen it with Joe Aribo when he first came. His first game at Barfield, he got caught in the headlights because they're not used to it.
I get what you're saying. We've done it with the boy that plays with Man United now. We've made that mistake a few times, and whether I came out.
That's my only worry. But I think we'll get a result. I mean, I bet on them. But then again, I always stay.
He's but players have to stand up. It's part of the game, and I get it. We've got inexperienced players in this game up front. I don't think we got making their debut at their place.
The more
Fernandez, Magoma, Asgard, and the front four. Seven people making their debut at their place. Robert.
Aye, it's a highlighting point, mate, because there, as Carl's rightly said, and good morning to you, Carl.
Morning.
They're young, they've got the inexperience of this fixture at that certain stadium. But as Tav said yesterday, you've got to go and enjoy the game, embrace it, embrace the occasion. And you kind of look to your more senior players in these kind of fixtures. I know Tav's not on the side, but his influence in the dressing room, your Butlins, your Souters, your Raskins, your Sterlings to a degree, they've played here, they've won here, they know what it's like. So that's the players that need to put an arm around the shoulder of these players at times if they need it. But hopefully these young boys will just go and produce the quality football that we know they can produce, and they've got it in their locker to just get us over the line and get us the 3 points.
AK, if we played what we did in Hampden with 10 men in the second half, we'll win the game.
Oh, we were excellent, Ox. We were by far the better team. We just seem to have a bit of, belief and resistance about us that no, we're not going to roll over and accept this. But I was pretty confident, Cal, coming into the game today until you pointed that out. About a lack of experience in the team. But Rob pointed out earlier, we've got a wealth of experience on the bench. Hopefully we'll not need them. Hopefully the boys, they turn into men. You fill the jersey. That brilliant opportunity. They need to realise it, because we need to start winning these big games just to put down a marker that we're no going away. We're no fear to this fixture anymore. You're not going to get intimidated with the crowd. And it's up to the players to do that and to show that.
They should be able to. Hey, can I say one thing before I go?
Yes,
you think you would ever go a bet on the Pedo Dome signing somebody called Nonce?
I think he would have been strong, been a big favourite, mate, because obviously he's not the first one at their place.
No, I know, just a good company. Right, have a great day, lads. Come on the Gers. He's a bridge man, at least a bridge man. Have a nice day, lads.
All day long.
Cheers, Cal.
It's about results, not about performance. Yeah, of course you want to win 2-3-0, and enjoy it. But ultimately, if you're 1-1-0 and the final whistle goes, you'll take that, Robert, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100% you would. As Bridge said the other week there, you could win 1-0 or 9-0. The end result's still the same. It's 3 points, and what a massive 3 points it can be.
Aye, remarkable. And as I said, AK, if Danny Rowe does get the victory, I think the mood could change remarkably for Tuesday night, mate, yeah?
Oh, it gives you belief, Fox. Gives you confidence. We're on a crest of a wave. We've got momentum. We're the form team in Scotland. So that's where I was confident that we've got nothing to fear here. Particularly when we see the meltdown across the road. But it's no point in thinking that actions prove stronger than words. So you need to go out there and show why we're right in this title hunt. And as I say, you're laying down a marker, not just to them, but the rest of Scottish rugby as well, because the rest of Scottish rugby, sat up and took notice when Hearts went there and won. Their title challenge is serious. Now it's our turn to prove our title challenge is serious.
Aye. Just use the team, Robert, for people who's joined us late, mate. Maybe looking for it.
Yep, certainly, mate. Team today is Butland, Sterling, Suter, Fernandez, Magoma, Barron, Raskin, Asgard, Moore, Gassama and Chermiti. The bench, Kelly, Enciala, Aarons, Tavernier, Curtis, Dowell, Diamondi, Miofsky and Danilo.
I'll be really honest with you. I never thought a few weeks ago we'd see Asgard and Chermiti starting at Parkhead, if I'm honest, AK.
Listen, I can see your thinking, definitely. But credit to them, they've tried to heal the wounds of Russell Martin's era, and it's credit to them. They're showing a bit of character, that they're starting to show why they were brought to our club in the first place. I mean, it's a big outlay that we've put towards them, so they should be showing that. But under Danny Rowe, they're definitely acquitting themselves far better. I mean, Rangers can swallow you up, Ox. The expectation of the crowd, the demands what's placed on you. You're coming for big money, your own big money. So there's a lot of expectations out there, and pressure comes with that. So you've got to show that character. You've got to show that confidence in your own ability that you can handle it. And it's all about handling it. Big DJ a couple of weeks ago laid down the gauntlet for the team. The no surrender attitude. Well, it's up to the players now to start showing that. And we've got thousands in that stadium watching them, and we've got hundreds of thousands at home watching on the telly, expecting blue shirts to fight for every ball, and hopefully come away with that 3 points that we're looking for. But even a point's no disaster, Ox. We would take a point, I think.
Historically,
as long
aye.
as we don't get beat.
Historically, aye. But with the state they're in, mate, why not go and beat them, mate? Why not?
100%. Yeah.
Listen, we've got your manager, Robert, so lads, get yourself a mute and let's hear from Danny Rowe.
Danny, Happy New Year. It's a huge fixture to start 2026. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, Happy New Year as well. I think if you want to go in a new year, it's fantastic to have this game ahead. We will enjoy this game. We are ready for this today. When I look to my eyes to my players, I really believe and have a conviction to go with a lot of positive mindset into. We know it will be a tough one. Yeah, there's our opponent. They will also fight for everything. I expect a fantastic atmosphere, and hopefully we bring the stadium. Make it quiet and loud for us.
Yeah, you led the players out to see the supporters there. How special was that just before the game?
Yeah, a big respect to our supporters. I think there was an early kick-off. You have to come early here. We want to show that we want to have the relationship. We will fight for them. We will fight for the club today. And hopefully we have a great result today as well.
On team news today, there's two changes. Dujon Sterling and Connor Barron are back in. Can you just talk us through those?
Yeah, I think Connor is back in the team. He did really well the last couple of games. The last game was about load management. Dujon is back. I think this is also helpful. He gives us a strong defense line. And in the attacking stuff, we have players that can hurt the opponent. And if we find the balance right and we bring our weapon on and we have a good structure against the ball, I think then it's a lot of fun.
You speak about the maybe extras that come with this game, the emotions too. Is that something you talk to the players about before the game?
Yeah, I think two ways. It's about, for me, emotional level, and I know our emotional level will be there. We need a good brain as well, and we have to understand from the tactical side what is necessary today. And if we bring both together, I'm totally convinced we can make a good game.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Sounds excited, Robert.
He does. He's very upbeat, and I like it. It shows confidence, and the fact he's saying he's looking the players in the eye. and you can see belief and confidence in them, then that's good to hear. But as AK said, the actions on the park will speak louder than any words are said. So let's go and get the job done.
Simple, AK.
Oh, dead easy, dead easy. It reminds you a wee bit of the Jock Wallace battle cry, innit? We've got a battle fever and fancy Rangers strong one a day. That's what we want to hear as supporters. The players and the manager have got belief. That's music to my ears, that.
He seems to. I didn't think it was possible, honestly. What he's done is remarkable. Yeah, well, listen, we know we've not been outstanding. We've talked about it on here often enough, but he's running results. Yeah, we didn't win at Tynecastle, frustrating. Could have been a different game if we got the goal, but we didn't. So, what he's done is nothing short of remarkable. We're the same deck chairs, if you like, Robert. So, I doff my hat to Danny Rowe and his staff so far. Yeah, they've done well without being outstanding. And hopefully we get more consistency, and that means we're going to get even better results and hopefully better performances, which can only be good, Robert. Eh?
Certainly, mate. Certainly. As I said to you on Tuesday night, what he's done is remarkable. And although at times it's not been pretty, he's doing the important thing, and that's grinding out results. These 1-0 victories, it's still 3 points at the end of the day. And to claw back into the position that we're in, having this conversation today, it is remarkable. I know we had a chance against Hearts and it didn't go our way. Some factors contributed to that. But again, you've got to give him credit. There's a lot of split opinions out there when he got the job. But I think he's answered a lot of critics already. He's got a run of form. He's shored up with defence. He's kept clean sheets. It's not been pretty on eye at times, but he's done the basics. And ultimately, he's getting results.
It's all about results. I mean, people talk about, back in the day, we won this league, we won that league as if we won 5-0 every week. Was that the case, AK? Yeah.
No, you're right. But see, back then, it's a wee bit reminiscent of then. You've got competition in the league this year where Hibs are beating Hearts. Hearts are beating Celtic, Hearts are beating Rangers, Motherwell are beating Celtic. They're going to be drop points. It's a proper kind of league this year, which is good for the quality of Scottish football. The standard might not be as good as what it was years ago, but I mean, you're just we've seen this story before. We've been there before. We come on to get a resurgence out of the team. We won the League Cup. We go to sell back in the league title chase. Gerrard done it, going to Celtic Park. 29th of December, top of the league, and then we capitulate. Deal came in, and went toe to toe with Postecoglou. But what was happening is we were going 18, 19 winning, but so were they. So they weren't that in points, we weren't that in points, and it became a two-horse race as it should be with the finances. But this year, there's that many drop points with draws, defeats. All of a sudden, this is what Danny Rowe's done for us. A run of wins there is all of a sudden taking us for second bottom in the league, and people worried about, will we even get top six? If we beat them 3-0 today, we go second in the league. Incredible. Rob.
He's right, Robert. He's right. He's right. It is incredible in the running results since Danny Rowe came in. Yeah, it's up there. Because there's so little draws,
It certainly is. And the weird thing is, it's the same group of players who he's working with until, obviously, I know the window's open now, but until he brings in his own players, he's having to work with the tools he's been given. And to get a tune out of these players to go and get results, I think it just amplifies of, one, what a bad appointment Russell Martin was, but two, that there is players in that squad that can contribute, they can show qualities at times. It is just about now consistency. But as Aki said, we've got momentum at the moment, we've got the form, so let's go today, get the win, and really lay down that marker to say we are right back in this and take the opportunity that's in front of us today.
Russell Martin. I'm a kid on that, never happened, AK.
They've got their own Russell Martin. and it's comical. But Ox, just to underline my point as well, you're 2 cup holders in it, Aberdeen, St Mirren. Know what I mean?
Aye.
That sends out signals to the rest of Scottish football. Hey, Celtic are vulnerable, and let's go up them. But so were we earlier in the season too, and that's what's been quite unique about this season so far.
Aye, it's just tough to go out and. But it's all about results, and the day's about getting the right result. Whatever that result will be, we'll know after the final whistle once the game's done. As you said earlier on, AK, the first goal is vitally important because it obviously then it takes 2 to beat you, stating the obvious, yeah. But hopefully we get the first goal, and hopefully we start well, Robert. We've not done that in every game, you know. Even arguably our best performance of the season, arguably we didn't win at Tannadice. We still took a few minutes to get started, and really I don't know if you can give them momentum historically, yeah.
I think you've got to be right at it from the first whistle, Ox, especially in this fixture. History shows that. And I think, again, with the confidence that is in the squad, we've seen on Tuesday night how quickly and how fast they can play forward on the front foot. You compare that to the weekend against Motherwell. It was almost night and day. So today, as soon as that whistle blows, all foots to the floor and just hit them, because they are vulnerable. And if we play to our strengths, which we know we can, whether that's open play or set pieces, then I'm confident that we can get a result.
Aye, and I think set pieces could. When I look at their starting 11, if we get a set piece in the right area, corner kick, etc., you've got Fernandez, you've got Sterling, you've got Suter, you've got Chamiti in there, yeah? Without Raskin.
Yeah,
you know?
Aye, 100%. We've got threats all over the team now, particularly for the set piece, and that's credit to the set piece coach that we've increased our goal return significantly for he come in. I'm still a wee bit concerned about the other side of the box for the zonal marking, nobody on the post, don't leave a man up top. Wee bit concerned with that, but I think Asgard could be the key to this game, believe it or not. It sounds daft to say that, but honestly, he has got a vital role in this game today. Just with shutting down McGregor and maybe starting attacks, he can be the link between the forward and the midfield, shutting down the lines, you know, and maybe even activating the press. Because Motherwell showed us the other night, you press them, mistakes are in that Celtic back line. And what a tap in, a goal. If we get a gift of a goal like that, that stadium will erupt in the other way. And we can only just, you know, take advantage of it, hopefully.
Feed off it, mate. Feed off it, aye. Aye. Yeah, I've never known them and what I've seen to be so negative at any of these games, mate. I haven't, ever.
No, and they worry. They're worried. They're petrified. You hear them on their the phone-ins, and you see them on their forums, and that they are absolutely petrified the day going into this game, and that's because their dominance is now coming to an end. There's a new sheriff in town, and it's Danny Rowe.
Robert, have you got a badge? Danny Rowe badge?
Got a Danny Rowe poster, mate, after the day, let me tell you.
Aye, you get results. You'll hear that song once or twice if we get a result today, mate.
Oh, aye, number one in the charts, I'm sure, at the weekend. But, oh, listen, it's a great opportunity. And as AK says, you've got to take advantage of the downfall they're in. We've had it happen to us numerous times over seasons. The tables have turned. We have been in that hostile, toxic environment from our own support. And now we've got to go there today. If we get the first goal, I know Danny in his interview said quieten them. I don't think they will. I think they'll boo, they'll jeer, but that will affect the players. We can see how much crowd influence can impact players. So let's use it to our advantage, and I'm sure you'll hear our support loud and proud as always.
Listen, I think they'll get behind their team at the start, mate. I think they will. AK, I think they definitely will. But if we get a goal, And if we were to say win both halves and go 2 up, mate, I think that's when it could turn. Yeah. If it's always if.
Aye. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, reminiscence Fernando Rickson silencing their crowd in the middle of their song. That's what we want to be doing to them.
Aye,
And more importantly, Ox, get Southside Super 6 off to a winning start.
Aye, well, he's gambled. The gamble's gambled, didn't he?
Aye, the gambler.
Aye. He's no Kenny Rogers as your Southside.
More like Dolly Parton.
More like Brendan Rodgers. Anyway, how do you think it's going to pan out today, AK?
My head says 1 each. My heart says 3-1 Rangers.
Okay. Robert?
Well, Billy put me on the spot on Tuesday night, so I'm going to stick with what I said on Tuesday. 2-0 Rangers.
That'll do me, mate. Clean sheet Rangers win again. There you go. Clean sheet Rangers.
But what about you?
I've just said it. Clean sheet Rangers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Know what I mean?
Aye.
And I just think that we've got a chance today that I never seen coming. Mate. I really didn't. You know, their implosion, Timplosion, has just been never seen it coming where we were because we were focusing on myself. But if you look to the calendar year of 25, mate, their form is arguably worse than ours, mate. I think somebody sent me something. They lost 17 games in 25, mate, without draws.
Wow. Aye, that is significant. But Fox intimated earlier he was a wee bit concerned with the overconfidence of the team, and he's right. He's made sensible, isn't he? Feet in the ground there, Fox. But discipline is another key thing today, Ox, isn't it? Asgard gets sent off.
Keep 11 men on the park. Keep 11 men on the park. Last word for yourself, AK?
Oh, great show, guys. Hopefully the positivity feeds onto the part of the day, and the men in blue shirt, or the boys in blue shirt, turn into men today. Come on, the Rangers.
Here. Aye, we should be wearing blue. That's another thing. Timecast on all that. Different colours, but that's just me. Last word, Robert?
Aye, good show, mate. Good to be on with yourself and AK. Looking forward to the game. Come on, Rangers. Let's take the opportunity, seize it, and get 3 points.
Thanks to Cal for joining us, of course, AK and Robert for doing the show, Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
All along the walls of the Ibrox halls are pictures of legends of old.